What is the scariest thing you have seen your mother do? I was in an abusive relationship and I had finally walked out after catching my ex in bed with his work colleague. I was devastated. I moved back with my parents and didn't tell anyone of my bitter past. I would wake up screaming because of the trauma I underwent. Mom would come rushing into my room and would try her best to console me. She would lie down beside me, stroke my hair asking me what happened. I would always say I had a nightmare and force myself back to sleep. One fine Sunday morning after about a month of not telling her anything, I found the courage of opening up to her and gave her a brief of what happened and how my ex would harm me black and blue and how I was getting nightmares that he's unaliving me. I was crying all the while telling her my story. I looked up to see Mom's face. Her beautiful face suddenly looked scary. It had turned to stone. Her eyes were like steel. My heart sank. At that moment, I felt she is going to slap or hit me. She looked like she was going to unalive me. She stormed out of the kitchen and I was now truly scared. I could hear her search for something and there was a racket of things being thrown around the house. I couldn't move. And then she returns holding a hockey stick in one hand. What is the scariest thing you have seen your mother do? I was in an abusive relationship and I had finally walked out after catching my ex in bed with his work colleague.